Hello, welcome back to my car cave. Today we got a new model for you. It's the Mercedes AMG One. That's their new hypercar based on a Formula One engine. This is looks like a dealership type box. It's this kind of matte black. You get the Mercedes holographic sticker. It's a brand new company to me. It's called NZG. See right here. I'm not going to pronounce that name for you, but anyways, yeah, new model company, new to me. So this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and open it up, and we'll see what this model is like. So when you get out of the box, you get this kind of half clamshell. Just want to point out, it comes with some gloves, and if you lift off here, it comes with its own screwdriver, which is kind of handy. Okay, we got it out of the box, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. So the AMG Project One, or the AMG One, I guess the official name, but the concept here was to take a F1 engine and put it in a road legal car or a street legal car. Um, I'm not going to say that this is Lewis Hamilton's idea all by himself, but I think he was, you can read online and stuff like that where he kind of had suggested, hey, we have a championship winning F1 car, but we do not have a hypercar such as Aston Martin or Bugatti or some of these other manufacturers. And so, they kind of took this challenge on. I think it was officially announced like in 2017. Um, and I'm not sure when the actual production started releasing cars for the owners. I don't know if that was 2022 or even 2023. I know this thing was delayed a ton just due to the difficulty of getting an F1 engine to function as a basic road car. So I think, F1 cars, rev at 4,000, 5,000 at idle. And so I think trying to get that engine to work at 15,000 RPMs, or sorry, 1,500 RPMs was a challenge for them. Car revs up to 11,000 RPMs, has over 1,000 horsepower, coming from an ICE engine, which is 500 and some odd horsepower, and then four other electric motors that are running, the front axle, as well as one for the crank and one for the turbo spool. So it's five engines working together, and so that in and of itself seems like a complicated mess. But anyways, they got it done, and I think they're making 275 units of this car. I think it's about 2.5 to 3 million euros thereabouts. Certainly all spoken for by their clients. I don't know what the maintenance on this kind of thing would be. I'm sure it's atrocious, and I'm sure it's uh, driving not too far, and you're going in for maintenance. So, anyways, but yeah, if you can afford to buy one of these to start with, then I guess you can afford all that other nonsense that comes along with hypercar ownership. Anyways, but yeah, so super interesting project, super interesting idea. I don't know that they would classify this as successful. It got a lot of bad press just because of all the delays and the technical difficulties. I don't even know that it's super reliable at this point. And frankly, there are other cars that are faster, have bigger horsepower, bigger uh, rev numbers, and that kind of stuff, and faster 0 to 60. But for everything I see online, the experience is totally different. I mean, you have an actual F1 engine, I believe, from roughly around the 2015 season. That's the baseline engine for it, from what I've seen in videos, but I can't vouch for that. But so yeah, I think you get a unique experience. So if you own a Bugatti Chiron or something like that, this is, despite being a similar price and similar look, this is a different experience altogether. So anyways, but yeah, as I've started looking at street cars again, I want to have this in the collection. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. Okay, we talked a little bit about the history of the car, but let's go ahead and talk about the quality of the model. Like I said, NZG is a new model company. It's new to me. This is my first model from them. They do primarily 1/18 scale. They do some 112. It looks like street cars for now, but we'll see what they produce in the future. Anyways, yeah, this is I think it's a nice model at first glance. It's kind of neat in this race setup. That said, I was a little disappointed that, the only really functioning parts are the doors. When I buy street cars, I kind of expect them to have more functionality, whether it's removable engine cowlings or opening doors. That kind of stuff. Sometimes the wings go up and down. So a little disappointed that this, to come when I bought this, I didn't do any research. So kind of find out, as I opened it up that, in fact, only the doors open. So that said, small disappointment, but yeah, the overall stance of the car looks good. The gloss paint looks really nice. I do like this F1 livery. I think this car comes like in a blue and a red. I'm not sure if it comes in the silver Patronus livery as well, but I thought it looked kind of nice in this black one. Matches the F1 cars in my collection, so I think that's kind of a nice little tie-in. Um, this car comes with photo etch parts. You get a photo etch grill here with the AMG logo on it. Then you get some photo etching back here, the rear cooling outlets and that kind of stuff. Then around the exhaust, it's kind of F1 style exhaust. You get some photo etching there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of excess glue, so it's kind of poor execution on that part. But yeah, it is photo etched, which is nice. You also get some photo etching down here. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't see the engine. Um, and that'd be kind of nice if that was the case. As you can see here, there's lots of carbon fiber detailing. This carbon fiber is that kind of printed carbon fiber that I've been talking about a lot lately. That seems to be pretty prevalent among manufacturers in this price bracket over decaling. I obviously prefer the decaling, but they do the carbon fiber along the side, on the wheel covers, and as well as along the entire bottom of the car. So that's kind of a nice detail. I mean, these look like, typical F1 diffusers, pre-current setup, but yeah, this is really kind of interesting. Now that said, I said only the doors open, but actually this little arrow flap here, you can see it kind of moving. That does open. I haven't been able to manage to get this one open yet, but that does open, and frankly, a little disappointed because while that's kind of a nice detail if you had all the opening parts, um, my thought is I'd rather you focus on the engine here and have these be removable and have some engine detail rather than spend time on these flaps because, I'm not going to sit here and open those ever again. Um, or even having these kind of moving or the rear wing moving. They're just sort of a better use of the thought and effort, in my opinion. So that said, really the only things that do open are the doors. Again, you got the printed carbon fiber on the inside of this car. It's pretty dark. I'll try to get a photo and put it in here. You got an F1 style steering wheel, which if I turn it, it should turn these wheels here. However, it feels like it's going to break if I do that. So I'm not going to try that too much. Pretty Spartan interior, but that's kind of the way the real car is. Inside here, nothing too exciting to show you guys. I do feel like the wing supports here pretty complex. I think they do a good job trying to represent that. Again, maybe this would be too difficult to make move up and down. Um, but yeah, no, overall, like I said, it's a nice, really nice looking model. Like I said, it's a new manufacturer for my collection, and so it's kind of nice to test it out and see what they got. I do like it. I think it's yeah. Again, this is kind of the 150, 170 range, so it's just kind of typical. Again, I would have been happier with more opening parts. But overall, like I said, the stance looks great. The wheels look pretty good. Um, again, this would have been better in a carbon fiber decal. It just wouldn't look as cheap, in my opinion, as the printed carbon fiber looks and kind of feels. But yeah, it looks great in this gloss black. It does get a lot of fingerprints, which is probably why they give you the gloves. So I probably should have used them while making this video. But anyway, so that's the NZG Mercedes AMG ONE in 1/18 scale. So if you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll have some more videos soon.